Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of our Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. I'm Jace Lejeune. I'm joined by Woodville High School in Texas head coach Heath Clausen. Coach, I know you're joining us on the show to talk about Gage. We're going to talk to Gage tomorrow on our show. But, Coach, thank you for stopping by and talking to us about Woodville and first of all, Gage. And congratulations to him. What are your thoughts on Gage getting the Gridiron Football Player of the Week?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jace. Man, I'll tell you what, it's a great honor for our football program, our school district, and our entire community. As well as obviously Gage himself. And it's pretty cool because we talked about it last night at our team dinner, and those kind of awards and accolades do not occur without a lot of guys kind of contributing and doing their job and all that. And so for Gage to have had the game that he did, obviously, is a testament to him, his not just his abilities, but him as just as a person and a player. But we have a lot of kids that did a lot of things to help contribute to that. And so I know that Gage is a humble guy, and we'll talk a lot about that. And he knows very well that his abilities and his the things that he's done and his ability to make plays and all that. He wouldn't be getting this award without it, but he also wouldn't be getting it without the rest of his team and the work that they put in. So we're really excited, and I'm proud of him and proud for our whole team.
Absolutely, Coach. You talked about Gage having the performance to be nominated. Just to be nominated is an accomplishment in itself. But talk about his stat line. He had 6 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown receiving. He had 6 carries for 47 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing. He's also the kicker for y'all, so he also made all of his extra points, 8 for 8 in the extra points, and kicked off for y'all. 3 touchbacks on 9 kickoffs, and also punted the ball. Y'all didn't have to punt the ball much, but when y'all did, he was effective there. 2 punts for 56 yards and a 56-41 win. So, first of all, just talk about the versatility that Gage brings to the table. Like you mentioned, he plays multiple different positions for you, and he does a lot of multiple things for you guys.
He really does, and it's a testament to his athletic ability. I think on the reveal show, you said he's a football player, and that describes him, and that's absolutely true. But he's a great athlete. I mean, he's a top player for us in baseball as well. And he's just an all around good athlete. And that versatility on the field is extremely valuable to our team. If we need him to hop in at quarterback, he can do it, in a moment's notice, and then we use him to run the ball some at quarterback as well. But I said whenever the season started, with Luke at quarterback, a power 4 commit quarterback, Gage would probably start for 90% of the teams in the state at quarterback. And he's really talented there as well. But he's such a great receiver, and he does so many things for us that he's very valuable in a lot of ways. But he's really good on the outside. Was showing with his 6 catches for 100 yards. He had a game earlier this year where he had 9 catches for I don't remember the yardage. It was well over 100 yards and 4 touchdowns, in one game. But the other night, he showed his versatility in helping our team come from behind to win in a couple, major ways. Obviously catching the ball, he's done that all year. He ran the ball so effectively for us, though. He made a couple of huge plays for us in the run game, and ended up with 2 touchdowns in that case. And really, his stats was about an inch from being that much better, because at the end of the first half, he went up, and it's on the highlight reel because it was an amazing catch. But he caught a pass in the corner of the end zone and got a foot down and at the pylon. But the pylon was set just a little bit away from the edge of the corner there, the end zone, and the back corner, and so his foot got down right at it and hit the pylon. But it was just an inch out of bounds. It would have been another touchdown catch for him and all that. But we'd have gone in down by 13 or whatever instead of 20 if that would have made. But anyway. He just made a lot of plays, and then to do what he does, kicking the ball for us, 8 for 8 on PATs. He's continued to work there and grow as a kicker, and then his kickoffs were just phenomenal. He put one where nobody caught it, and and it was just it was just a testament to him working, growing, and just doing whatever we ask for him to do. If we ask him to go in on defense, he'll go out there and make plays on defense as well. And so, he's just a heck of a player, and but his leadership ability for the team is awesome. I've been very proud to watch him grow as a young man throughout the season. Go through some different things, some adversity, and then come out on the other side for what he's doing right now for us. And it's been a lot of fun to see that. And we saw his leadership ability, when I first got here in May and throughout the summer. But it's starting to really, come to fruition in the most important part of our season.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, his performance is one thing, but you also have to have the backing of the fans, the fan support, the voting to win the overall voting, and they did. Man, they back him up and then some. He had 38,155 votes to win the Player of the Week this week. What can you say about the Woodville community and really the support that you guys get on a consistent basis? Obviously, they're going all in and voting for a guy like Gage.
Well, most of our kids, are grew up here. They're homegrown kids from Woodville, and Woodville's not a place where, like some of these schools that are maybe suburbs of a larger city, and people, kind of flock in there to move there and stuff like that. We don't have a ton of that, and so Gage is an example of that, where his family and relatives are ingrained in this community. They've been here for years. They have multiple businesses around the community in the area and stuff. And Gage has grown up here, so everybody knows him. His mom works at the elementary, she's a nurse down there. So everybody knows her. And so it's really cool to see the community come out and support, where I guess, you'd probably hear say, hey, he's one of ours, he's one of our own, but yeah, man, he's a Woodville through and through. And, he's helped me kind of help understand the community and the kids here, how they've grown up, the culture here, so that, I can be better at serving them in my role. And so that's been fun, and he's been a leader in that way. And the thing about it is, he's come into my office, sat down and talked a few times about, some things as how, we're doing things, or how we could get better at doing some other things and stuff like that, or what the team needs. And so he's been a great leader in that way. And I think the community recognizes that. He's a good young man who's got a bright future. He's a really good baseball player, but he's a dang good football player. And, his versatility on the football field, I think is going to be really valuable to a team at the next level. And he's gotten some looks, he's gotten some offers, but he's really starting to, I think, show some people that, if he's not at the top of their list as a wide receiver, they've got a lot of ways that they can use him. As he continues to grow at that position, if that's what they want him at. But I think teams could take him as a kicker, as a punter, as a wide receiver, as a quarterback. Play some defense for him. He can be a special teams guy as far as running down on kickoffs and punts and return. And so he's so versatile that whoever ends up he decides to go with is they're going to get a heck of a player, and who's also going to make their locker room better immediately, I believe.
Yeah, Coach, and you definitely stole my next question. I was going to ask you basically your recruiting pitch to for Gage and why they should go and recruit him, but you pretty much spilled it right there. So I mean, it's a versatile player that can do multiple different things, and especially whether football or baseball as well. But I would be remiss not ask you about another player that made our list this week, and you talked about him a little bit. Your quarterback, Luke Babin. We had him on the list a couple of times this year, being nominated for Gridiron Football Player of the Week. And a couple years ago, we had Kavian Bryant, who's at Westwood High School doing this thing, one of the top quarterbacks in the country for that class. He won a Gridiron Football Player of the Year. And Luke's kind of in that running for Player of the Year as well this year, because he's consistently been on the list. He's committed to play at Vanderbilt right now. But talk about Luke and what makes him special at the quarterback position for an SEC school like Vanderbilt to offer him, and obviously for him to commit there right now.
Yeah, he is he's a special player, no doubt. Obviously as kids who get those kind of offers, especially early, there's obviously reasons for it, and that's they're talented. But the fact that Luke has a lot of intangibles, he's got great leadership qualities as well. He and Gage are both great leaders in different ways. Gage can sometimes be more vocal and kind of get onto some guys. And Luke is really good about bringing guys, kind of together and kind of keeping them positive and upbeat and getting the kind of help get the best out of them as well. So the combination of those two has been phenomenal for our team this year and very valuable. Luke has shown the ability to when the moment's big, when like last week we're down by 20 at the half. He came out in the second half, went 16 of 18 for like 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. And I mean, he's the kind of kid that it doesn't faze him, whatever the moment is, and it's been fun because there's moments where I've had to, get on, coach him a little hard, and kind of get onto him, and he's responded. And there's been other times when, we've just kind of had a conversation about what he was thinking or what he saw. And, he's very analytical and that's been, fun for me to kind of work with him at sometimes not overanalyzing things and just, trusting his ability and things like that. But he didn't get asked to throw the ball a ton last year. They did some when they had to. This year we're throwing a little bit more. And so, he's making reads, he's going through progressions, things like that. And so that kind of stuff, he's grown throughout the season, which has been fun to see as well. And so I've been real proud of him in that. But one of the things that he does that I've just been amazed at is that, he's able to kind of process and analyze things in the moment as they're happening in milliseconds. And not very many players can do that. Even some really, really great players that I've had the privilege of coaching, man, he does some things sometimes where I don't know how in the world you process that fast, but that's going to play dividends for him. Obviously at the next level, SEC. And then, I feel strongly that he'll continue to develop and be playing on Sundays one day, because that's something that, when you talk about guys that can do that, you're talking about guys like Peyton Manning, you're talking about guys like Tom Brady and all those that has something that very few have. And no matter how good their ability is, it's an intangible that's kind of that it factor that, you can't really coach. They just have it. And Luke has that. And so, sometimes he makes me look like a really, really good coach. And I'm just like, man, I don't know how he just did that, and so anyway, between him and Gage, man, I mean, there's a reason why they're both on that list. And we'll report this week. They're just, they're 2 really fun kids to coach. And their character is a big part of that. And so it's a testament to them, their parents, this community, and I'm just so thankful to have the opportunity to work with them.
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, you get 2 of those guys on the field at the same time. Just puts a lot of stress on defensive coordinators. And obviously, let's talk about the team right now, Coach. I mean, 9-2, great season for you guys right now. You advanced that week 11. That was first round of the playoffs, getting that win over West Ruck, 56-41. Now y'all play Edgewood tonight, and that's the reason why we're talking to Gage tomorrow, because I know he's getting ready for the game tonight. But talk about the matchup tonight with Edgewood and just trying to get this great season going and continue to survive and advance. So it'd be a good one tonight.
Yeah, Edgewood is a heck of a ball club. They're well coached. Coach Baxel's done a great job over there and that staff. We talked about the fact they haven't been past the second round before, and he's got them playing well enough to play really well to beat these guys. They put up a lot of points this year. I think 35 points is the least they've put up against anybody. And when they did that, it was against some pretty good, pretty tough opponents, pretty good teams. So we're definitely going to have a challenge to have to slow them down and stop them. Defensively, they've got some aggressive players that can really cause some problems for you. And so we talked this morning about, having to be executing at a high level to be able to score on these guys and do that consistently and throughout the game for 4 quarters and maybe more. There's no telling what's going to happen tonight with this. But I know our kids are up for the challenge. They're ready to go. They're fired up about being underdogs again. I think every outlet that I've seen has got us as an underdog, just like they did last week, and we were second place and had a better record than West Russ, but everybody has us as an underdog. And hey, they were almost right. We were down by 20 at the half, and
Wow.
these guys came out and said, "Nah, we're going to keep playing." And so the way they played the second half and executed was phenomenal. It was kind of one of those things where, as long as I didn't screw it up on calling plays, that they were going to be fine, and they didn't panic, and they knew that our game plan was good, and we just need to execute better, and they went and did it. And hopefully, we'll do that for 4 quarters, or maybe some change if we have to tonight. But I'm excited, and I know they're excited, and they want to keep playing for a while. So I think we're gonna have a good game tonight.
Absolutely, Coach. I wish best of luck to you all guys tonight. I'm not going to take too much more of your time because I know it's game day. I know it's a huge day. Have game day playoff atmosphere. It should be a fun one tonight against Edgewood. But any final thoughts, Coach, on Gage's performance, or just in general, maybe Woodville Nation for their support? Just any last thoughts before we wrap up this interview, Coach?
I'm just very blessed and thankful that got the opportunity to be here and work with this team and these kids. And this is my first year here. I've been here for 6 months. Started in May, and my family wasn't even here till July. And so the way they've accepted us in the community, and the way these kids have accepted me and the coaching staff, and what we're doing and what we're trying to get them to learn. I mean, got a new defensive scheme, a new offensive scheme, new special teams, and all that. And they've accepted that and worked really hard to do what we've asked. And I think our best football is still in front of us. And so just the support that we've received by parents, the community, the administration is phenomenal. And I can't say thank you enough to Eagle Nation and everybody here in Woodville, and just proud of these kids. Handling the adversity of having a whole new regime come in and kind of change it up on them, and they're having to learn real fast. And so just really, really thankful to have the opportunity to be here, and appreciative of them and the community and how they've accepted us. And we're just hoping to get to do this for 5 more weeks. And I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Absolutely. Ride the wave as long as you can, Coach. I know you're going to be enjoying that, Coach. So, Coach, appreciate your time. I know Sophie, who hosts the show with me as well, she's from Texas, so she's finally glad that a Texas player gets to win the award. So congratulations, Coach. Continue doing a great job. You're doing an awesome job with the program. And like you said, hopefully get to follow y'all along maybe 5 more weeks for sure. So, but congratulations on the success. And thank you to everybody that's watching. And we'll go and talk to Gage after this quick commercial break.
Sounds good. Thanks a lot, Jace. Go Eagles.
Hello, everybody. Jace Lejeune from Gridiron Football. We're here at Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. This is week 11 edition, a little bit later than usual, but I understand we got playoff action going on, and Gage had himself a big game the other day. But our Gridiron Football Player of Week 11 postseason edition is Woodville High School 2026. Like I said on the show, just football player. I don't think we can put maybe a label on you, but wide receiver, quarterback, kicker, punter, Gage Tolar. Gage, congratulations, man, on winning Gridiron Football Player of the Week. Really deserving. Just first off, to kick off the show, what are your thoughts on winning the award and maybe recognized as Gridiron Football National Player of the Week?
Man, I'm truly blessed from it. God gave me the right path. I mean, I'm just so lucky I got this, man. I'm truly blessed.
Absolutely, you really are. We want to talk about how you're able to get there, how you're able to win. First, we're going to go over your stat line. 6 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that's your more conventional, position, wide receiver. But you also carried the ball 6 times for 47 yards and 2 more touchdowns. And then we're going to talk about your ability as a kicker. You went 8 for 8 in extra points. You also had a couple of kickoffs, including 3 touchbacks, 2 punts. I didn't punt the ball much. When you did, you were effective. 2 punts for 56 yards and a 56-41 win over West Russ. So those are your stats, and it came in a big game, a playoff game to advance to the second round. But Gage, talk about your performance, and how would you rate your performance at that playoff game?
Honestly, that was my best game I ever had ever in my high school career. I mean, it was truly one of the best games I've ever had. Um,
Yeah,
we
everyone show you
just
some of your highlights here.
yes, sir.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, to interrupt you. So talk about your performance, what you thought how you played.
I mean, they just left the hitches open, the nows open, and we took advantage of that. I mean, you can see right here, got a bunch of hitches, bunch of deep comebacks. I mean, they didn't know what I was going to do, but yeah, it was truly a good game. I mean, we went into halftime. We just flipped the switch, and as soon as we went back on the field, just whole new team, whole new team.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You saw your ability as well after the catch, and and escaping and and breaking tackles, and we definitely showed that as well as a receiver. But that last play, you also played a little quarterback, which is interesting in itself because I know y'all have yourself a really great quarterback in Luke
Yeah,
Babin, who's a Vanderbilt commit. So it's just your relationship with Luke. I know he was on this list too. He was actually one of our nominees this week, and he's actually you're probably going to be in the running as well as long as you with as being a Gridiron Football Player of the Year because of his
mm.
consistency this year. But talk about Luke and what's like playing with a guy like that.
Dude, playing with Luke. I mean, I'm truly blessed to have a quarterback that can throw me the ball like that. Um, Man, he can do anything. He's fast. He can throw the ball, run the ball. Um, yeah, no, I'm super, super thankful I have a quarterback like that. Uh, he's a great friend, great teammate, picks up his teammates. He's also my neighbor. He lives like 2 minutes away. So we have a lot of fun. So, yeah, he's a good dude.
So that explains your chemistry a lot. You practice a whole lot in practice, but you can just text them and say, "Hey, let's throw a couple of routes." Get
Hmm.
something together, right? Because you're neighbors. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool fact that you're actually neighbors, and close to
Yes,
each other.
sir.
But yeah, your versatility it showed. We talked about you as a receiver, but you lined up at quarterback a couple of times, and you got a couple of touchdown runs in that game. But also kicker. Talk about your kicking duties here and how effective you are as a kicker.
Man, it's just one of those things. So I'll give you a little backstory. Uh, I was really young. I was like maybe 10 or something, and I had a tee, and I just went out there and started kicking. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, and I was naturally gifted, so I just stuck with it, kept practicing, and just natural at it. And I
Yeah,
love kicking. Kicking's fun.
you're pretty good at it. I mean, 8 for 8 in extra points, and we talk about you handling kicking and punting duties as well. But yeah, I mean, even though you had a great game, obviously winning that playoff game. I know we're recording this late, but I know the season is coming to an end. On Friday, it was a high scoring shootout. I believe what was the final score of that one on Friday?
59-56 is a
59,
close game.
yeah, for sure. Well, but talk about since the season's now over, just your thoughts on the whole season this year and what has been a great season. I mean, winning up was it 9 games this year?
I think it was 10, maybe 10.
ten,
Can't
10
remember.
games. Yep, but
Uh,
just a great season overall. Just your thoughts on being a senior and getting this team to a great season and leaving it better than where you found it.
hmm Yeah, definitely feel like I took it for granted. Uh, I do miss those. I'm gonna miss those 6:30 practices in the morning, for sure. I hated it in the moment, but I'm gonna miss them.
Mhm.
Just being with my guys in the morning, it's nothing. Like I'm never gonna get that again. But I loved every second of it. It went by too fast, for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy the little things you just talked about. That you don't really miss in the moment, and you after the season like, man, how much I missed that. But it just comes
Hmm.
to show you those senior seasons, especially your senior season, it flies by really fast. But Gage, talk about your aspirations to play beyond high school football. And just a recruiting process for you. Have any schools shown you any interest or reached out to you?
Yes, so I have a offer in Indiana, Anderson University. I got that one a month or so ago. Pretty good coach. But other than that, I'm open. Uh,
Mhm.
Looking to get looked at in other colleges for sure. Yeah, I definitely want to play college football. Uh, I just love the energy, the culture, being with my guys. That's definitely something I want to look forward to.
Well, definitely. Well, Gage, we offered you this opportunity a couple weeks ago, but we officially invite you to play in our Gridiron Football All American Bowl game. It's going to be played at Louisiana Christian University, and this gives you and a couple of your other teammates have been invited. But yeah, this is another opportunity to showcase your talents. We'll have college coaches in attendance watching. So just your thoughts on being invited and just getting an opportunity, maybe to have an extra game to play and showcase your skills.
Yeah, I'm truly blessed that you invited me for it. I would definitely attend it. Um, yeah, I'm truly blessed I get to play one more, improve myself.
Yeah, it's always really fun, Gage, because not only just to show your talents, but you get to play against a whole lot of people you don't know, and that just kind of puts you in that college atmosphere. There's players all over from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. One year we even had two players from Canada that came down from up north and played in the bowl game. So we get a lot of players from all over the place, and it's a really fun event. This year we're going to expand it even more. We're actually going to have we have four senior teams. So
Hmm.
could be an opportunity to play not only one but two games. If your team
Nice.
wins. So this is more and more reps and opportunities for players like you to get more and more offers, more and more looks. So a lot of great competition, a lot of players like yourself that are all district, all state that are going to be playing at the next level like yourself. So that is your offer. And congratulations to you once again, Gage. But obviously, we had you on the show because you won Gridiron Football Player of the Week. What can you say about really the community? I mean, to go above and beyond, because that's one part of it is for you to actually perform and be in the running for Player of the Week. But another aspect of it is the fans have to vote and win the fan vote. And trust me, I know your mom. I've been really pushing it out to everybody. I know that for a fact. The whole school community has been really behind you to help you win this award. And I'm looking at it, man. I mean, the number of votes, you had 38,155 votes, which is pretty crazy to kind of wrap your mind around. But
Yeah.
your thoughts on the community supporting you and helping you win this award?
Yeah, I'm thankful for my community, everybody support me and everything I'm doing. Um, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have got it if it weren't for my supporters, and yeah, I'm just truly blessed for them.
Yeah, I'm really glad. Sophie, who I host a show with, she's actually one of her assistant trainers for the bowl game. She's from Texas. She's from the Woodlands, so she was actually really excited. Like, finally, we get a Texas player winning the Player of the Week this year. And I was like, it's going to happen. We had a player, Kavian Bryant, a couple of years ago. He won a Gridiron Football Player of the Year in Texas. So yeah, it's going to happen, and we were
Hmm.
finally able to do that. So basically, what you win, Gage, you will also be giving you a Letterman jacket patch. It's going to say Gridiron Football Player of the Week. So you actually will get the chance to put that on your Letterman jacket as kind of like an accomplishment, as an award. And you also will be in the running probably as long with your teammate Luke for the Gridiron Football Player of the Year. So and whoever wins that will get the gold Letterman jacket patch. So that's another
Nice.
thing about winning Gridiron Football Player of the Week. Talk about Coach Claus. Seems like he's a really good guy, really good dude. I talked to him and when you actually go and watch the video, you'll hear about what your coach had to say about you as well.
Mhm.
But Coach Clausen, what's like playing for him and how he's been a big contributor to the season that y'all had.
Man, he'll really push you. He'll push you to your limits, and I love that about him. He cares about you, and one thing that I love that he did this year is we'll have team dinners on Thursdays before the games, and we've never done that before. And I really love going there, being with my teammates, eating dinner with them, talking, talking football. Um, yeah, and he's just a really good coach. I mean, he pushes you in everything, anything you want to put your mind to. I mean, he'll just push you. So that's what I got to say.
Oh, definitely, definitely, and just your senior season, just as a whole, as we're kind of wrapping up the show. If you have to give yourself a grade this year about how well you played, what grade yourself would you give yourself? I know probably your own. Everybody's your own toughest critic, but if you have to really grade yourself about your senior season, how well you played, what grade would you give yourself and why?
I give myself I give myself a 9 because
Okay.
I'm not perfect, but I think I definitely had a good season to finish it off. I
Yeah.
definitely a 9.
Yep. You feel like you accomplished like all the goals that you were trying to achieve before the season.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome, man. And pretty much my last question to wrap up the show, and is always the last question I always ask with these players like yourself. But I know you got that one college offer, and that's great that you got that to really hang your head on. An opportunity to play at the college level. But let's pretend that there is a college. Let's pretend I'm a college coach. What would you tell me if I'm interested in recruiting you? Why should I recruit you, and why should I recruit you to be part of my college football program?
I'm a I am a good leader. I care for my teammates. I put my teammates over me. God over anything. Um, I can pretty much do anything you tell me. I can run, throw, kick, catch. I can do anything and all of the above. Um, yeah, and everything I do, I just go my hardest. Everything I do. That's pretty much it.
Absolutely. Absolutely well said, Gage. And hey, I guess the end things here. Any shout outs you want to give out to any teammates, any people you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to first. I want to thank God. I want to thank my teammates. I want to thank my supporters. Everybody that supported me out here. Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, congratulations on winning Gridiron Football Player of the Week and being able to get that achievement before your senior season that came to an end. And hopefully that's really great that you got another chance to play, maybe with some of your teammates at our Gridiron Football All-American Bowl game at the end of the year, December 27th through December 30th. We'll have the draft on the 27th, and we'll have practices on the 28th and 29th, and then the big game on the 30th. So it should be a great weekend of events. And feel free to, if there's anybody out there that wants to interest in buying tickets to the bowl game, make sure to go to gridironfootballusa.com. Congratulations, Gage, and congratulations on a great senior season.
Thank you so much.
All right, Gage Tolar is joining us for a Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. Like we said, everybody, if you want to be a part, you want to be a Gridiron Football Player of the Week for next week. Thanksgiving week's coming up, so we're actually moving everything a day earlier. So we want to accept nominations on Monday at noon, and we'll close voting instead of Thursday at 9. Will be Wednesday at 9 because of Thanksgiving, and we'll award the Gridiron Football Player of the Week on Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock live on YouTube and Facebook. Pretty much exactly how Gage found out that he won Gridiron Football Player of the Week. So for Gage, I'm Chase. Thank y'all so much, everybody. Hope everybody has himself a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see everybody next week as we'll interview who our Gridiron Football Player of Week 12 is. Congratulations to Woodville athlete Gage Tolar for winning Gridiron Football Player of the Week for Week 11.